So, look at this beautiful thing. So this came wrapped in a scarf. Thank you, friend. You know who you are. It's the Frida Kahlo set from Beam Paints. So if you don't know Beam Paints, you want to. They are they hail from Manitoulin here in Ontario, and they are an Indigenous company that makes handmade watercolors with honey and tree resin. It's all plastic free. So this one came with this little lovely birch palette. It came with this travel brush, which is just beautiful. This was a gift from another friend. Same company, Beam Paints. This is their metallic. So I think I'll put those there as well. Might as well. So I would normally, you know, draw tarot and do all of that stuff. But we're taking it easy today. That's the plan. So I'm going to go ahead and give these a little bit of a spritz. This would probably be better on some kind of a palette, but I don't have one right now. Isn't it so pretty? Yeah, these Beam Paints are just, they're very expensive. So I do not buy these for myself. I can't afford these paints. These were gifts. The spelling is B-E-A-M. And again, it's an Indigenous company out of Canada. And these are handmade paints. So I've got 2 cups of water here. I've got one to clean my brush and one to pick up some fresh water. And this is the Frida Kahlo palette. And this is the metallics, the silver and the gold. And we're just doing something super meditative today. That's what we're going to do. So I'm actually going to put on some music in the background, and we're just going to do something super meditative for today. Okay, so I love bleeding watercolors into each other, but I also love doing watercolors where there's a gap in between the colors. I don't know if I want to do stripes or if I want to do a spiral. I think I'm going to do stripes for today. So we're going to consider this kind of like a swatching exercise here with these new paints since they did just arrive. Oh wow, that's really pigmented. So pigmented. So I loaded that brush up way more than I needed to because that's hugely pigmented. So again, the Frida Kahlo set, very intense. So I kind of want to do stripes and leave a gap in between each color so that we've got some, it kind of feels sparkly that way. for a second. And I think I'm going to come into the open spaces with the gold. And maybe we'll spatter with the silver. Let's get into the silver. Yeah, I think this brush is going to hold on to the color too hard because it's a watercolor brush, and that's what they're supposed to do. So I'm going to grab a brush that isn't quite so thirsty. Much better. See, it doesn't need to be complicated to be a creative practice, right? Yeah, if you spatter into wet, it will run. It will bleed all over. But if you spatter into dry, it will just sort of settle in on top. And I want some that are fine and some that are bigger. So there's a contrast there. So I'm tapping with varying degrees of like oomph. All right, we're going to dry this, and I'm going to keep the heat gun up off the surface so that I'm not moving the spatters around. I want them to stay where they are. So take a look. Let's see how sparkly that paint is. And this is dry enough. And I'm just going to go in now with black paint pen. And then the sentiment or like the words that came to me, just to sort of nail this into the screen of my mind, is dreaming in color. So I'm going to put that where it's going to like show up the most. Cat hair. Oh. I think that's a dead soldier. I'll use my Yumi ball. Dreaming in color. I don't know that this really needs anything more. Like, I just wanted to do something really super simple and meditative today. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's what wanted to happen. I want to swatch these bean paints and make something super simple and take a bit of a breath, and I feel like I've done that. Let's pull the tape off because that's the magics. Oh yeah, that's just super fun. Super fun! My Hika needs Google eyes. I couldn't agree more. That could be super fun. Wow, that's really lovely. That was a nice little relaxing piece of meditative art. Nothing too fancy, nothing too complicated. There. I think this is day 71 of 100. They're not all getting filmed because ain't nobody got time for that. I'm just really pressing on with the whole doing the actual 100 days thing at this point.